So you're probably wondering, what's in it for me, right? That's the question you'll ask yourself is, why would you want to know the secret of the science, right? Why do you need a user's guide to manifestation? Well, I don't know. If your life is perfect in every way, and if you feel like you know all that you need to know about, I don't know, improving anything in your life, or if you've achieved everything you've ever wanted, I mean, I guess there's a utopian life that we could have, and we would not need any reason to know how to manifest or how to attract things to us or how to understand the secret that's been known for thousands of years. But there's not many of those folks out there. You're probably like me and hundreds of millions of others who would say, well, there's a lot of things I feel a lot of blessings for in my life, right? I'm so fortunate to have family who loves me and my good health and friends and those types of things. Or maybe you don't have any of those. And you're saying to yourself, you know, I know deep down inside of me, I deserve that and I want that, but how do I make that happen in my life? It's not always about money. In fact, rarely is it about money. Sometimes about money. And it's not about always how good you are to people. Because what you're going to find out, what's in it for you with this course, is that you're going to learn how to connect to the truly authentic soul outside this realm of reality, and how to respond to that reflection of the soul, and how to make changes in those reflections to the soul based on each and every moment you live. That's what's in it for you, is to extend and grow happiness, to interject more joy, to be able to do the work on yourself here in this carnal, momentary, physical, carbon world, so that what you reflect back to the soul is the kind of feedback that the next moment will bring more joy, more happiness, more of whatever you desire. That's what's in it for you. See, this is a grand opportunity. When you learn the science of the power of attraction, the science of the secret, then no matter what words you use to describe all of those things, no matter what words you use to describe making your life better or happier or fuller, the one thing that remains constant is your knowledge of that framework I spoke to in an earlier video, that framework of the time wave of reality. So see, once you capture this concept, and that resides sort of in the back of your mind every time you make a decision, or process a thought, or think about the words that are about to come out of your mouth. Once you begin to use that framework, everything in your life can not only be different in each moment, but can be by design in each moment. I mean, if you were to make a choice for yourself and say, okay, I want to live my life just as it's tossed to me by the winds, allowing everything around me and all people and all vibes and everything around me to just, I'm going to take it all in, I'm going to throw it on up to my soul, the soul's going to throw it right back at me. So if I'm around chaos, chaos goes up, chaos comes in, and that's what I want to reflect. Is that the life I want? No, it's not the life we want. None of us want to live by chaos. But what if we looked at our lives each moment and we said, well, I'm going to make a change in this, right? My spouse. I want things to be different with my spouse. or in my spousal life, whether it's with that spouse or another? What if I said, by design, I'm going to interject feedback to my soul and thought and feeling in the way this framework that you're going to learn is going to show you how to do. What if I did that and I was able to have a designer life? A designer life that is tailored more towards your joys, hopes, dreams, desires. You know, it's easy for us to say, the world is kicking my tail, or I've been dealt a bad hand, or this person in my life is causing so much conflict. It's easy to put it on the world around us. What you're going to learn here in this course is that your world is a reflection of your soul. So what's in it for you? Everything. Everything. That's a big statement, right? What's in it for you is that if you want to change your finances, your financial opportunities, if you want to change the work you do, if you want to change the people you're around, if you want change in your life, and not just random change, then it's in your best interest to learn this framework. That's important, isn't it? Vastly important. It's simple, too. It's simple what you're going to learn. It's got a simplicity to it. There's some moving parts, there's some static parts. But it's something you can print out and post on the wall, and every time you walk, you know, past a particular doorway, or before you open the refrigerator door, or before you walk out into the world, or every time you put down your visor, you can look at that diagram and refresh for yourself, what's in it for me and how can I do it? I'm getting ready to go in for that job interview. How can I tailor each moment so that that job interview comes out in a way in which is a designer outcome and not by default? See, you can do that. You can do that. That's what's in it for you. You know, when you look at that diagram of a time wave of reality, how close you are to creation or the creator or whatever words you want to use has a big impact on who you will be in the next moment. There's something in that for you. How your ego represents itself, expresses itself. How your ego draws people away or in. There's a lot in that for you. You don't want to be an egotistical jerk. None of us want to be. Sometimes we are. Sometimes all of us are at some time or another. And what about living in a way that builds a positive karma? That's something we prefer. Isn't there something in this for you in that? So you can take any one of these parts. Some of you who watch this talk about the will of God. It's going to be a very interesting expression of God's will and your will and the interplay between the two. So as a believer in God and these religious concepts, there's a lot in it for you to have a framework to understand how does God work in terms of God's will and my will, and what's that interplay, and where's my place in that? There's a lot in that for you. So as you move through these videos, please, in each one of them, ask yourself, what's in this for me? It's okay as you learn the science of the secret, it's okay to be selfish. Because it starts first with understanding yourself, taking care of yourself in all that you do in creating the next moment of reality. Because in doing that, you then care for everybody around you. Let me say that again. There's a lot in this for you by understanding how you model the next moments of your life, because when you take care of yourself first, when you're selfish about caring for yourself, the greater vibes and the more God space and less ego space you are, and the more you understand the expression of the soul in the moment of reality, the better you become as a human, simply to be around and for others to enjoy. And so that's where the selfishness of this, learning self and how you create the next moment, there's a lot in that for you. I can't see of the downside of understanding how does reality work? How is it created from a soulful perspective? From a soulful perspective. Because in knowing how to mold each moment, you will learn more about your authentic self as you create a space for it to emerge authentically. And you'll bless everybody around you. Everybody. They'll begin to watch you. They'll begin to watch you. You know, as Maya Angelou says, when you learn, teach. And that's what you're going to want to do. As you learn this framework of the time wave of reality, when you understand what it means to know the science of the secret, then you'll begin to have the discussions with others around you. This is how we will do it. And that's what's in it for me and for you and for you. That's what's in it for all of us. Do it for yourself first. Do it deeply, sincerely. Come to understand these concepts. Apply them over and over. Make it second nature in your life. And then you will clearly understand what's in it for you. See you in the next video.